it's nice to do it in couples, in partners, is that I ask my partner, what do you want? And he says, I'd really like, to have like a lot of money. Do whatever I can. What do you want? And when you ask the second time, he says, well, I want to be at peace. It changed, right? It changed. Something changed. Whatever. Maybe I went too fast. You can do a lot of things in between. Third time, what do you want? Well, I want to be healthy, and I want my kids to really grow up to be all that they can be. What do you want? You can say, what do you really want? But it's all, what do you really want? What do you want? Wow, I really would like the whole world to be better. So you can see it's a natural progression that give anybody the chance to really say what they want, and it'll go amazing. It'll be amazing. And people will meet up there on that what you really want level. You want to do it? I'm asking you.
What do we really want?
Do you want to do it? We'll build a little bit more here first.
Now it's getting too cold.
Okay, so we talked about that at that high level we are one. We came into individuality and all the pain that entails, and we're on the way back. It's up to us now to wake up enough to know that we're asleep and to begin the search and to begin the journey back. In our text, second paragraph, as they begin their descent, the souls, as they begin their descent towards this physical dimension, the souls, to become clothed in physical bodies. The whole teaching that the souls, this is where we come from the spiritual dimension, the souls, it's a very big privilege to come down into a physical world, into this world here, into a physical body. But there's one condition, is you forget who you are as you come down. And then you have to do a lot of work. So let's see what he says. They begin their descent, they become clothed in physical bodies, their roots remain attached to their source from which they were hewn. He uses a double metaphor. Roots usually are not hewn, but he uses a stone metaphor with a tree metaphor. Their roots remain attached above, and from which they were hewn, and from which they continue to derive their sustenance. So hewn is really a minor metaphor. The main one is the roots. Is that almost, and another metaphor would be that there's a thread of light, an invisible thread of light that joins us up to our soul root. Or if you want to get out of metaphors, it's not anywhere up there. It's just that we are a being of light that manifests as physical. And we have, the background becomes the light, and the foreground becomes the physical, but we have access points to the spiritual levels behind and above us, but we need some information first of how that works. Because all we're aware of is what's down here. So it says, Hoda, that we are continuing to derive sustenance for ourselves, even though we're down here. We're still deriving sustenance from above. Only the branches of these roots descend by extending downward until they become clothed in bodies in this lower physical dimension. In this, they resemble the branches of a tree. The branches are attached to the trunk. So either we picture an upside-down tree, and the roots are up there, and they come down, and the branches now come down here. And let's say a branch of the tree of life comes all the way down into you, and into you. It's the lowest extremity of that branch, and that's within you. We're going to learn more about this as we go. And each one of us is an embodiment that we become filled with the lowest extremity of the branch of our soul that itself roots back up into this upside-down tree. And we ourselves are an upside-down tree, because trees, their roots are in the ground, and their branches are growing up, their legs are up. Animals are horizontal, because there's now switching from roots down, there's now a horizontal thing, and then man is roots up. You just want to look at it like that. Not a big thing. The branches are attached to the trunk, but when they are bent over, they touch the ground. They're attached to the trunk. When they're bent down, they touch the ground, even though they are still attached to the trunk of the tree. This is the meaning of the verse, man is a tree of the field. Whatever, it's again, the main thing being that we are attached on high. We are still connected. Not consciously connected, because when we're children, it's like something left, right? And then it basically disappears. You go to school, your teachers tell you that you're just a little boy or a little girl. You begin to see yourself from the outside. You lose your connection with the inner being of who you are, and the rest of your life is basically downhill until certain things happen in your life that now become moments of consciousness. And you don't get it all at once. Consciousness comes in little seed packets. It gets planted in us, and it's seen from heaven what we do with the seeds. And so, for instance, Shlomo Carlebach once gave an interesting way of explaining, is that thoughts pass through our mind constantly. We're like a motel, not even a hotel. Now, wow, that was a good one. I want to hold on to that one. I want to become a home. You become a home for certain thoughts, then that shows that you're doing your part. Then they will give you, the spiritual dimension, those who care for you, those with whom you are connected, your soul, the kindred souls with which you are connected, will give you now even more, because they see that you're not just letting thoughts pass. You're not just a sieve. It's not just going on one ear and out the other. Something caught your eye, something caught your attention, and you liked it. Okay, and you're struggling. At first you couldn't get it, and you couldn't get it. But then it's like a song. You get it, and then you lose it. You get it, and you lose it. Where is it? It's in the unconscious. The unconscious does have it, but you have to work to bring it into consciousness. So the same thing with good thoughts. You may hear it and not really even hear it consciously, but years later, when you're ready to bring it up and to own it and to become a home for that thought, so then now you're in another stage of your spiritual development. So it's not an easy thing to talk about. What I'm saying, I'm creative, and therefore I'm willing to try and work with ideas to the best of my understanding of how they work, how my own inner psyche works. And in relationship, and the belief system that I have is that there's a God up there. Even up there is wrong. But there's a God who cares for us, and who created us, and who it has to seem like there's a distance, but that's an illusion. And it's for us to begin our journey into embodiment of the true spiritual being that we are. So it gets easier, and he brings it down more now. But I wanted to make the point. We come from above, we come down, we still remain connected to the above. The job now is to become aware. We need information in order to know how to do that. Next paragraph. So he said man is a tree of the field, in the sense that we're still connected up through the branch, up into the trunk, and into the root system. It's also the mystical reason why the names of certain tzaddikim, certain righteous individuals, are doubled in the Bible, in the Tanakh, such as Abraham, Abraham, Yaakov, Yaakov, Moshe, Moshe. Beautiful, based on the Midrash. The Midrash says that when God calls the name of somebody twice in succession, it means they're very beloved. That's one Midrash. Second, the Midrash says, it means they have a portion in this world and a portion in the next world.